Here are interesting and little-known facts about Dean Ambrose you might not know. Number 15. He is currently dating WWE personality Renee Young. One of the worst-kept secrets about Ambrose has been his personal life. The relationship is kept off-screen as the company does not recognize it in any storylines. Though, whenever Renee is interviewing Ambrose, fans are quick to examine if there is any subtle flirting taking place between the two. Number 14. He wanted to wrestle when he was 16 but was not allowed until 18. Ambrose fell in love with wrestling at a young age, so much so that he tried to become a wrestler at 16 in the Heartland Wrestling Association. However, the promoter told him to go to college, gain some weight, and wait a few more years. Number 13. He made his debut at 18. The promoter at the time while Ambrose was training was Les Thatcher, and he did not think Ambrose was ready for the ring, and fortunately he left the promotion and gave Ambrose his shot to prove himself as a wrestler. Number 12. He started wrestling in June 2004. Ambrose made his debut in June 2004, wrestling under the name John Moxley for the Heartland Wrestling Association. Over the next few years, he worked with Insanity Pro Wrestling, Combat Zone Wrestling, Dragon Gate USA, and he finally signed to the WWE in April 2011. Number 11. He won his first championship after less than a year wrestling. In AHA, Moxley would start off in a tag team called Necessary Roughness with a man named Jimmy Turner. His biggest accomplishment came in 2006 when he won the HWA Heavyweight Championship. Number 10. ECW inspired his career path. ECW was a huge influence on Ambrose, so much so that he joined Combat Zone Wrestling CZW. It is no coincidence that CZW tagline is ultra-violent entertainment. Number 9. He was a multiple-time heavyweight champion prior to WWE. Prior to coming to WWE, Ambrose competed for several popular independent promotions, including Heartland Wrestling Association HWA and Combat Zone Wrestling CZW. Ambrose captured the heavyweight championship in both of those promotions. While he was competing for CZW he won the title twice, and while he was competing for Les Thatcher's HWA he captured the title 3 times. Number 8. His persona is not fake. When we see Dean Ambrose doing crazy and unpredictable things, keep in mind that this is art imitating life. He came out of a life of crime and poverty to be where he is today. He grew up in a very rundown section of Cincinnati, Ohio, living in government housing where the buildings were run down, and to say he felt like garbage would be an understatement. During this time he had to look out for himself and do what he needed to in order to survive. He overcame obstacles in life in order to achieve in the ring. Number 7. He lost 2 matches in WWE back in 2006, long before the success of Ambrose and The Shield. Ambrose wrestled in WWE in 2006 as part of 2 jobber tag team matches. He wrestled on Velocity and Sunday Night Heat under his Moxley name. Moxley lost both matches, obviously, but it was his first taste of WWE, and it is crazy to think that years later he would be one of the top guys in the promotion. I suppose WWE really has a knack for undervaluing the talent that passes through their roster. Number 6. Ambrose and Rollins are old foes. In April 2011, Ambrose signed with WWE and right away was thrown into a feud with Seth Rollins for the FCW 15 Championship. The first matches for the FCW 15 Championship were classics. Number 5. He is the 3rd longest reigning U.S. champion. Ambrose's reign is the longest in WWE history and 3rd longest of all time. Ambrose held the U.S. title for an impressive 351 days before dropping it to Sheamus. Number 4. He makes $1.1 million per year. Considering Ambrose is now essentially the face of the WWE, it should not come as a surprise that he brings in a hefty paycheck every year. According to Forbes, Ambrose is the 10th highest paid wrestler on the WWE's roster right now, making $1.1 million last year. Number 3. Ambrose had an altercation with Mick Foley. During WrestleMania 28 weekend, Mick was talking to fans and Ambrose took it upon himself to get into Foley's face and said that Foley was a criminal. The two would go on to have a war of words on Twitter, and the two would have put on a legendary hardcore match. Number 2. Action career. Dean Ambrose also makes her debut in movies. In August 2014, Dean Ambrose began the filming the Lionsgate WWE studio production. The film was released on September 11, 2015. Number 1. A bright future ahead for him. Ambrose's future looks brighter than ever as he is one of the top talents in the industry, since he is now being compared to the late Roddy Piper and to some degree Stone Cold Steve Austin. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel FansLikeTV.